Now, we'll hold him across here because he's got nothing that's going to hurt us. You grab my rod and I'll hook him. There you go. When these spotted mackerel want to eat something, they'll keep on going until they do. My first mac on the fly rod in very strange circumstances. Now have a look at those dentures. He's only a baby. It'll still take a finger off, I reckon, mate. Scissor teeth.
Yep. I think we'll put him back though, Steve.
I think we'll put him back, mate. Now, sometimes mackerel, after a fight, aren't going to revive well. So what we're going to do is just swim him here and see how he goes. See, he's floating like that because they tend to exhaust themselves very, very badly. But there you go.
Bye.
He was fine.
Now when I'm stripping over the finger, little tiny pulls, so it really makes the fly work.
It seems that for the whole day at least one of us was connected to some kind of fish, and you just never know what might show up and eat your lure. The outgoing tide attracts fish from everywhere that feed on small bait fish and even each other.
Now, I think it's time for a set of new flies. This one is not very well. I can take all that off, and probably, if I really wanted to, would reuse all that, but nah. We'll put it away so nobody gets it in their feet. That's it, 17 queenfish does that.
That is the most beautiful fish I think I've ever seen. That's a diamond trevally. It's only a little one. These flukes disappear as they get older, and they don't look quite so box shaped, but this is a tiny little one, probably only a year old. And the fact that I've crushed my barbs means I can put him back and he's not going to feel a thing. Look at that. Fantastic. The shadows were growing long, but there was time for one more cast each. Just like the rest of the day, this meant one more fish each, and both seemed to be full of surprises.
See the mackerel here, hundreds of them. Look at them all.
It's not a bad fish, this one actually. This is not bad. A gold spot trevally. You can see here that they usually travel in groups even when hooked, and if you put a lure down there, you'd probably hook the other one too. Mick Jagger fish. So out of the camera. Here we go. Well, this little island certainly lived up to expectations and gave us more memories to last another 12 months. If you bring your own boat, you can stay at the Onslow Sun Chalets in town for only about $25 a day and launch from the local marina, but groups can also stay on Thevenard to really get away from it all. Well, we've travelled to some fantastic places on fishing Western Australia already, but I have to say nothing can compare to my favourite kind of fishing, and that's fishing for big tailor around reefs. There's nothing like it because, well, it's going to be a bit rock and roll out here today because we're fishing right in the breakers, and please, if you're not experienced in a boat, don't try and do this yourself, because I've done this maybe 150 times and I've been up on the reef a few times myself. So we're going to show it to you. Hopefully there's some big tailor around, and if this happens, boy, you've never seen anything like this. So let's get stuck into them right away.
As with beach fishing, I like to use ganged hooks and a muley bait, but this one should be unweighted on a hard-coated mono leader. Avoid wire, as this can spook the fish, and it's also good to avoid getting flipped over by the swell about to break on your head. You need to get that bait right into the foam where the tail are hide, waiting for prey to wander past. And that's why you don't use a sinker. It's just going to snag you straight up on that reef.
Yep! Oh! Woo! Good fish! Whoa! Good tailor! Gee! That caught me by surprise! Whoa, get away from those rocks! Boat and fish. Oh, he hit like a steam train out of nowhere. And with all this reef around, I don't know how we're gonna go. Might just, whoa! Here comes a wave, here comes a wave! Oh, come on, get away from that, get away from that! Whoa! Woo! I'm going to have to try and drive and fish here. It's not recommended, but might have to do it anyway. Oh, this is nerve-wracking stuff. He's off again, but at least he's going into cleaner water. Now I'm going to back the boat up just a little bit to try and get him away from the reef and convince him that there's no rocks over here. And there's no rocks over here, fish. This is the place you want to come. It's no fun over there in the reef. I don't think he agrees with me. Oh, this is what it's all about. This is why I love this fishing so much. For all the sailfish and the action up north, to be able to do this locally, swell pounding around you, huge tailor. My heart's pounding, I can feel it. Oh, he's a nice fish. Here he comes, here he comes.